Hi Libras, welcome to Golden Truth Tarot. Today's reading is going to be your yearly predictions for 2025. I'm going to discuss with you every single month starting from January all the way till December. I'm also going to give you a lot of important information and guidance based on Western astrology, based on numerology, based on the Chinese zodiac, and of course the tarot cards. So let's get started with January. During this month, you're going to feel healthy. You're going to feel full of energy. You're going to feel physically very strong and also mentally and emotionally as well. And this strength is coming at the right time, is happening at the beginning of the year when you're also going to receive an offer, an unexpected offer that is going to be very exciting. It's going to be something that has to do with the future, with a project. It can be for some Libras related to work. So you might be offered to work for a new company or be part of a new project, something that is very innovative, something that is very promising, but because you don't have all the answers to your questions, you're going to be very hesitant to make a decision and go for it. For others, this can be related to friends, it can be related to people around you that might offer you something quick, something fast. Let's go somewhere, let's do something. And I do see a lot of you being a lot of you waiting to hear more, waiting to learn more, waiting to see more. Now, because you're so strong, and being strong mentally means that you're also having a very clear vision in 2025 of what you want for yourself, what you want your future to look like. So unless something is aligned with your plans, with your goals, then you're very skeptical and you're going to put everything on a pause and say, you know what, I don't know if this is the right decision for me at this time. And it can be something good, but a lot of you Libras are going to decide that no, this is not right for you because you don't have all the information that you need at this time. Also, what's important to keep in mind, Libras, is that Lilith, the black moon Lilith, it's in your sign in Libra from January 1st all the way till April 21st. And Lilith makes you more rebellious, more independent, makes you want to do things your way, not settle for the norms or what people expect from you, especially if you are a female or you identify as a female. Lilith in Libra can make you very dominant, very jealous, very possessive of what's yours, of what your rights are, what you want for yourself. And for Libra males, this can create problems dealing with females. This can create problems, jealousy in relationships, conflicts, different types of conflicts that involve just dominance, who is more dominant in the relationship. And I'm saying this because I do see in February that there's going to be some sort of disagreement about money, some money that you were expected to receive, something that you have been getting for a while. So this can be help, financial help, or additional to your salary. For some Libras, it can be uh, involved in work and your career, some changes in your current position, some changes at work that are going to reduce the amount of money that you're actually making at this time, and that is going to immediately make you think about leaving this job, looking for something else, looking for something better, making more money, putting yourself in a better position. For others, this can be, especially for those Libras who are in a relationship, things changing within your relationship. So if you were in a position where financially you were getting a lot of help and support from your partner, and they things change, they're unemployed, or they can't help you anymore, or they can't pay the majority of the bills, their share of the responsibility, then you're going to start thinking about, okay, this is not working, this is not going to work for me long term. This is going to be this is going to be something that is going to cause a lot of problems, because you have a set way of how you were doing things, and them deciding to not help you anymore, not give you money anymore, not share their resources anymore, is going to immediately make you want to walk away and change the dynamic. You're not going to agree to this new shift. And even though there's a lot of problems emotionally, you've been disappointed many times, because the finances kept you together, because the finances were good and everything in those terms were okay, you have decided, you stayed in this relationship for longer. But in March, it's going to be a point where a lot of you Libras, especially if you are in committed relationship, married or living together, having children, I do see you deciding to either move out or separate from one another. There's a lack of understanding, there's a lack of communication, a lack of love here. You feel like, even though the two of you might have started out with a lot of passion for one another, with a strong bond, now you feel like why the changes are happening. You're questioning why everything is going on this way. You're having doubts about jealousy and infidelity. You're having doubts about other problems that could be going on while financial things are changing in your relationship. And this is going to affect you, of course, emotionally. You're going to feel like you don't have that loving home that you used to. It's going to affect the children, it's going to affect everyone. But you want things to be back to a place where you're getting all that love, all the dedication. You're getting everything like you used to in the beginning. If you are single at this time, Libras, I do see some sort of internal conflict of what you're portraying in the world and what you truly want. You're trying to follow a strategy, or you're trying to follow some advice. You might be advice that you're getting from friends, family, from people online, and it's not working to get you to this place, to the 10 of cups, to get you to this place of having your dream life, having your family, having children, having someone who truly loves you. It looks like you're attracting people who don't have, you can't see eye to eye. There's no bond there. There's no, they can provide for you or they can help you in some sort of way, but it's not giving you that fulfillment that you need. So when it comes to dating, when it comes to getting to know people, try to also ask yourself truly what you want compared to what you're listening, because not every advice applies to everyone. Some people are okay with certain things, some people with certain way of doing things and certain lifestyles, and some people are not okay with that. So it's very important to know exactly what you want and where you stand. And I'm saying that because I do see in April, this is going to be a time where you're going to feel sad, especially for those who were separated, for those Libras who are going to separate in the beginning of the year. I do see a lot of fights, a lot of disagreements, a lot of bickering, a lot of arguing with one another. I do see a time where you're going to feel very lonely, you're going to feel sad, you're going to, there's two sides of you. There's one side when you're alone that you miss them and you want your family back and you want everything to be happy how it used to. And then there is another side of you that is very combative, always arguing, always fighting, always wants to have the last word, who's right and who's wrong, and I did this and you did that, very competitive. So this has to stop. You have to bring yourself to a more peaceful, there's a need for compromise, there's a need for resolution, there's a need to be more mindful of how you're communicating, how are you expressing yourself. This is very, very, very important, even for those Libras who are single. If you're feeling like, oh, there's a lot of competition in the dating market, there's a lot of people trying to compete for the same type of woman or for the same type of man, and I always end up alone, then look at how you're projecting yourself. Look at what person you're going for, what changes you need to make in your dating life, how you meeting these people. Are you meeting them online? Are you meeting them in person? Is it happening organically at work, or or in an environment with friends, or somewhere where it can happen just naturally? You can sense that the energy is there, the chemistry is there, or how it's happening. This is going to be very important. And as I said, trying to stick to your own values, your own desires, your own goals without changing depending on what you're hearing around. What's the best strategy? Sometimes being yourself, being clear with yourself, can be very helpful. And by projecting that energy of being genuine and not playing games, it can also help you attract people who don't want to play games, who want to be genuine, who want to be honest with you as well. And this is why for 2025, especially in those uh, 4 months in the beginning of the year, what I recommend for you, the crystal, the stone that I highly recommend for you, is the lapis lazuli. And the message is clear: your eyes see the truth. Make a rational decision by also following your intuition. Following your intuition is crucial at this time. And lapis lazuli, it's also called the stone of the queen, the stone of Cleopatra, because when you see images of Cleopatra, she's always wearing either a blue eyeshadow or blue stone, and it's which is considered to be lapis lazuli, and the eyeshadow, it's lapis lazuli grinded up to a fine powder that she will use. And lapis is connected with Cleopatra because she was a great diplomat, she was a seductress. She also was amazing at communicating and getting her way, getting what she wanted. So lapis helps you clear your throat chakra if you're having any blockages. It helps you also see things from a higher perspective because it also activates your third eye chakra. It's a beautiful, beautiful stone. I do have on my website, as you can see, this bracelet made with lapis lazuli. I also have different variety of jewelry. We can start with this bracelet, high quality lapis lazuli, very blue, beautiful lapis lazuli. Also, these earrings made with rose quartz and lapis to add to that energy of self-love. I also have necklaces, lapis lazuli necklaces, if you are interested, in different sizes, in the shape of a heart. And also this other variety of lapis lazuli bracelet that is very beautiful as well. If you are interested to order them, please go online on my website. The link is right here below this video on www.goldandtruthtarot.com. Shipping is worldwide. You can order them from there, and look out for the Black Friday sale that is coming up if you're watching this video before the end of November. Now let's move on to May, Libras, because during May, I do see that you finally are going to give one another a chance, for couples, a chance to reconcile, a chance to get back together, a chance to have your family together. And I see you maybe even celebrating, some of you celebrating your reunion, having a small party, either intimate within the family, or something that can be even more extended for some of you. This is a time of healing. This is a time for you to reconnect with one another. This is a great time for you to forget about the past, leave everything behind, and move into a better stage in your life. And also remember, in numerology, Libras, 2025, it's a number 9 year. So 2 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. And 9, it's all about transformation. It's the end of a cycle and also the beginning of something new. So for those couples who make it through this year, then the two of you, and in order for you to make it, the two of you have to completely change, almost shed your old skin, because also in Chinese zodiac, we're in the year of the snake in 2025, and the snake always sheds its skin. So you need to leave behind everything from the past, everything that doesn't work for you anymore, everything that involves past habits, the way you've been talking to one another, the way you've been interacting with one another, and just think about the two of you as two completed individuals who are sharing your life together and always valuing one another. This can be very important, but also very tricky for couples who are in a relationship for a long time, remembering to being grateful that you have one another in your life. 'Cause sometimes you tend to take people for granted, tend to take things for granted if you've been together for a long time. But valuing one another, appreciating one another, constantly dating one another, constantly surprising one another with small gestures of kindness, and letting the other person know that you're there for them, you think about them, it's going to be very beneficial. For some, this can be the end of a cycle, if you don't make it through, if you don't transform, if you don't change. For others, this can be a completely, almost a rebirth of your love. And that's a great indication that this person is going to be in your life. The two of you are going to be together for the next decade. Now, when it comes to those of you who are single, Libras, also number 9, it's fantastic when it comes to love and relationships, because if you meet someone during a 9 year, the chances of you being with this person for a long time are very high. Okay, because this person is coming right at the end of this new cycle, in the beginning of number 1. So yeah, that's a very important person in your life. So if you are invited in May to go to a wedding, to a party, to a birthday party, a graduation, anything during this time, go, because the chances of you meeting someone there are going to be very high. And plus, being around an environment where people are happy, when people are celebrating love, when people are there's a lot of other couples, can tend to even subconsciously put you in a place where you want that as well, or other people who are single there might want that as well. Okay, so that's a great place to meet someone, and that can potentially get you to have that happy ending that you're looking for. And Libras, uh, june june is going to be a month where you're going to finally come out of a lot of bickering, a lot of feeling very emotional. The beginning of the year is going to be very, very emotional for you. It's going to be filled with ups and downs. It's going to have times where you're fired up, you're angry. There's times where you're very emotional, sad, or feeling lonely. But in June, now that everything between the two of you, you're back together, I do see you feeling more clear, being more clear and understanding of boundaries, of how you're going to interact with one another. So there's going to be a very clear way you're doing things. Okay, that Ace of Swords is an indication of you almost setting boundaries to the point where you want things done a certain way in order to keep the peace, in order to keep your relationship going, in order for all involved parties to be happy and to know what is allowed and what is not. Sometimes just expecting people to just read your mind and know your feelings can be very tricky and can create a lot of conflict. But if you're clear, if you communicate in a healthy way, then they know what to do, they know what they can do, what they can do, and that is going to be very beneficial. So, yes, a lot of you Libras, if you have been someone who has suffered maybe from not speaking your mind, or if you've been a person who's tried to put your own needs aside, like people pleasing and do everything for everybody else, that is going to change. You're going to transform that part of yourself to a much more strong and confident person who knows what they want, and everybody around you is going to know that as well. Now, let's move on to July, because when it comes to work, July, it's going to be steady. Steady is the same thing. It's monotonous. Is the routine is still the same. A lot of you are going to look into other options financially to make more money, or even invest in your own education, invest in your own future. Libras, this is very important for you. And I see that some of you work with someone who is it's in control, very authoritative, and they're in a way they're blocking you from achieving more, or the line of business you are, the line of work you are, the industry you are. It's so there's so much hierarchy in different steps that it's a very, very slow process. You know that it's going to take you years and years and years before you get to making the money that you want to make, or getting the results that you want for yourself. And this can be usually work is like this. It can be where there is certain that you have to be in the same position for 5 years or 10 years before you can become a manager, or before you can move up. And for that, knowing that this is something that you just have to deal with, a lot of you are going to start thinking outside the box. Okay, what else can you do? What else can you do to get the results that you want? And there's security. For a lot of you Libras, there's job security, meaning there might be some changes at work when it comes to how much money you're making and hours and everything else. But overall, you do have security, you do have stability at work, but you need to increase how much you're making. And that's why the main focus for you in August is all going to be about self improvement, self development, investing in yourself. And this is time for you to think long term, especially for those Libras who have children, who have a family. You have to think about how much you're providing for them, how much you're doing for them. Okay, also to set an example as well. It's never too late to do something more, go back to school, or take classes, or learn new skills. It's never too late. But even for those Libras who are single, or you might not have children at this time, I do see that the best thing you can do for your inner child, for yourself, is to be as financially independent as possible, is to be as financially successful as possible. And you need something more. You need something more. And this can also be a skill, maybe focusing on something that you used to love as a child that you never got the chance to do. If you have security at work, this can be something that you can do part time. This can be something you do on a weekends. Just try something else. Try something else. Invest in yourself in August. Now, when it comes to September of 2025, September, it's also the time where we have for Libras, we have that autumn equinox on September 2022. And it's the beginning, it's Libra season, it's also the beginning of autumn, fall. This is a time where you're going to feel in your energy. You're going to feel like finally things are working your way. You're going to feel like you're getting the rewards for your hard work. So if you have made any changes during the beginning, as I said, during summer, during July or August, you're going to start seeing results by the end of September. This is fantastic for those Libras who are looking to get a promotion, who are looking to start something new, gain popularity, gain followers, or gain even a wider audience, or even some sort of success, because this is something that you've been working really hard for. September is going to be a very, very busy month for you. It's going to be a month where many times you might feel like you want to give up, you're tired, you're doing a lot, you need a break, you need to relax, you need some time for yourself. September can be very, very intense, but the nine, it's all about seeing things through. The nine, it's all about accomplishing that work. No matter how tired you feel, no matter how exhausted you feel, it's important to continue to work in that direction, because you are going to be rewarded. Okay, you're going to shine bright like a star. You're going to be rewarded for your hard work. You're going to finally have what you deserve. Okay, this is a time of you feeling blessed. This is a dream come true, wishing upon a star, wishing for something and being granted that wish, that desire. It's a wonderful time for a lot of you, Libras. Remember, it can happen around the autumn equinox or fall equinox. Now, as I said, um, that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning with in September of you getting that wish, that hope, that is going to come true. But with that, a bigger accomplishment is going to come as well. And I see that energy, especially in October. In October, this can be you having more financial gains. You having now two sources of income. If in the beginning of the year in February you were worried about not having enough financially, now you're going to have more than enough. And also, you're at a time where you're manifesting a lot of abundance for yourself in October, a lot of blessings, because you're so happy and because you're so excited and because everything is going your way. That energy of gratitude is going to bring, the universe is going to bring you even more things to be grateful for, even more things to be abundant for, to feel more, to feel good, and to feel grateful. So during this time, also important to see the year you were born, Libras. Is it the year of the snake? And I'm saying that because this is an event that happened based on Chinese zodiac, happens once every 12 years, where you are in the same energy as the year. So if you're born, for example, in 1989, which is the year of the snake, 2025 is going to be your most beneficial, blessed year in 12-year cycle. So this is a great time for you to invest financially. This is a great time for you to buy property, open a business, time for you to expand your family. This is a time for you to make big changes, big life decisions, okay? Because the flow of the energy, it's in the same direction as where you were born. Very, very beneficial year. Also, for people who are born in the year of the ox, so 1997 is the year of the ox, very beneficial for you as well. And people who were born in the year of the rooster, so for example, 1993 is the year of the rooster. Now, who has to, on the opposite side, the Libras who were born in the year of the pig have to be very careful because, yes, once every 12 years we have a wonderful, great year, but also once in 12 years we have a bad luck, unfavorable year because there are two enemy signs. So if you're born in the year of the pig and it's the year of the snake, this is your enemy energy. It's not advisable for you to make any decisions during this time, make any big life changes, meaning you try to play this year as smooth as possible, okay, as without taking any risks as much as you can in order to avoid any problems. And usually during your enemy year, things happen, unexpected things happen, problems happen. I've seen different things happening for different people. Sometimes they can be extremes. Sometimes they can be very strong. They can be life-changing things. But at least if you're not adding to it yourself, uh, try to control as much as you can by the decisions that you make yourself, by the chaos that you create in your own life. If things happen that are out of your control, then you can act on them without having additional things that you have created. So that's the best advice that I can give you. And for example, people born in 1983 or 1995 are the year are people who are born in the year of the pig, so they have to be Libras who are born in these 2 years and other pig years. They have to be the most careful. Also, people were born in the year of the goat, in the year of the tiger, in the year of the cat or rabbit. This is not a very favorable year for you as well. So be mindful of that. Now let's move on to November. In November, I see some doubts in relationship to others, in communicating with others, some issues that involve some sort of bickering, disagreeing with people for your decisions, for the things that you want, Libras. I see you feeling very you're constantly protecting yourself, you're constantly in defense mode. It's almost as um, you have to prove to others that yes, you deserve the blessings that you're getting. You deserve, because everything is happening because of your hard work. And the main message is in November is you don't have to prove anything, just enjoy what you have accomplished. Just be happy for yourself. If others have something negative to say, that's their problem. It's not yours. You focus on more what's next, enjoying what you have, enjoying what's to come. Don't worry so much about, yes, but I deserve this. Standing up for yourself and letting people know that no, I this is something that it was, no, that I was supposed to get because I worked hard, or I did this or I did that. No, that's not important. Just enjoy without having to disagree. Negative people who always want to find fault and always want to see things in a negative light, they're going to do that regardless. They're going to, no matter what you do in life, if their decision, if they have already made up their minds about you as a person, your personality, or if they just have that envy within them, that see everything for that every time someone succeeds in life, they're always trying to find fault or trying to find something wrong. If they're that kind of person, no matter what you do, no matter how much you explain that to yourself, to them, you explain yourself, it's never going to give results. And I also see this being almost a trap, um, Libras, because you are going back to the same. These people are triggering a part of yourself that is very reactive, very reactive. and that part of yourself is bringing old wounds to the surface. Especially be careful with someone who has a lot of air energy as well. Someone who has their ascendant or sun sign in either Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, because this person is fighting with them, arguing with them. They're almost bringing you to the same old patterns of behavior that you don't want, that you don't need. You need to move forward from them. So having emotional control is going to be crucial during December, at the end of 2025. Don't fall back to the old. Move forward. Show the world a better version of yourself, an improved version of yourself. And the only way to do that is by looking forward, is by being content and happy within yourself, with who you are. And it's also by learning the lessons. Don't fall for the trap. Don't fall for the trap of going back and forward and having the same issues, the same problems. So, emotional control is also going to be one of your main themes for 2025. That's why I suggested you guys wear and keep with you lapis lazuli, because lapis lazuli helps you be very mindful, very controlled, very emotionally mature and balanced when you communicate, so you can get the right results for yourself, and knowing where, looking at the bigger picture and knowing where to step back and allow people to fight their own drama and their own problems without you interfering. Okay, this is everything that I see for you, Libras. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave me a like and a comment. Also, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you so much, and I see you next time. Have a wonderful year. Bye bye.